So I'm sort of freaking out a little bit. It's good news, but I actually feel like a lot of pressure. The last 2 videos I've done really well. Specifically, the video from 2 days ago has almost 800,000 views, and then today's video has 80,000 views in the first hour. So it's like, that's just crazy. That hasn't happened to me yet. And then on top of that, you guys know that in yesterday's vlog, I was like, oh my goodness, we got the most subs we've ever had in a day. And it was like 7,000 subscribers. Today, so far, and there's still 6 hours left on YouTube time, we've had we've had about 12,000, which is insane. Like, it's blowing my mind. Anyways, what are your thoughts, Mrs. Jazza?
Well, I didn't realise we'd had 12,000.
It's insane.
I guess I should say hello, in
Hi.
case any of them are watching.
Yeah, I mean, there are new people to the vlog because
Hello.
we're nearly at 50,000 subs here, which
Thank
is like,
you for coming.
Welcome.
This is us talking crap in the car. Those of you who've been here all the time are sort of used to it.
What goes through your mind? Like, if you have a huge influx of views and subscribers, like, there feels like this pressure to perform. It's like if you have a sold out.
That would be you.
I'm definitely grinning, and I'm definitely grateful and excited, but at the same time, there is this dark place in my heart that's like. Oh, shush.
You're concerned.
Yeah, it's as soon as you start like peaking, it's like, okay, now I was downhill.
Oh,
like,
for goodness sake!
I was talking to Tom. This is
Don't crash into that car.
part of my interview with Tom Fulp for the Newgrounds mini doco I did. Was I asked him, you know, if he enjoyed when it was really big, and he said that. I mean, he's similar to me. He almost regrets in hindsight not enjoying it more, because every time things were getting bigger and bigger, he was waiting for it to go down. So while I'm enjoying it, I'm sort of like more thinking about how can I keep momentum and deliver what people want.
Well, there's way more pressure on you than there is on me. It's not draw with Mrs. Jazza, is it? Thank God.
Anyway, welcome to new people, and thank you everyone who shares and likes and watches and all this stuff. And I guess the moral of the story is I hope that the content in the channel continue to be entertaining.
I don't see how you can have like such a great day and then go, oh no, I'm going downhill still.
But I'm slightly more nihilistic deep down.
I should explain this to everyone. Jazza is a reacher.
That's right.
He can't, I've just made that up. Don't Google it. I don't know what you'll come up with.
Jack Reacher.
Yeah, probably. He can't just stay still. He's always.
If I reach a new height, my go-to place is how can I get further, and why where I'm at isn't good enough. It's so dumb.
How can two trains come in such quick succession? I need to go and get a coffee.
Yeah.
Do they not realise this with their train timetable? Anyway, the important thing is Jazza's so excited.
I am.
Very excited.
It's very cool. Very unexpected.
Things are always slightly unexpected, aren't they? We just sort of work for no real reason, and then when something happens, we're like, oh well, you mean it went well? This is the life of someone who's sad right now. Macca's coffee. In a country town in Australia. Actually, we're going into the city. We're heading into Melbourne because, excitingly, we hopefully have found a venue for the Arty party.
Scouting it out a bit, checking it out.
Which has been really tough. But we think we found somewhere. We've got a meeting there to check it out.
We thought we had one lined up. We thought we had, essentially, Fed Square. But it didn't come together in the way we were hoping, so we just sort of let that go. It's going to be a smaller venue than that.
The size is what we're worried about.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you want to come to the Arty party in Melbourne, really stay tuned to the channel and get in quick for tickets, because there won't be many of them if it's going to be this venue. This venue will be quite small.
It might max out at 100, I think.
Are you joking me? It's not going to fit 100. I keep telling you this.
We'll have a look when we get there.
It's
I'm
not
I'm an
gonna be
optimist.
100. I know.
I'm an optimist.
Well, you can be an optimist in the face of the venue capacity if you like, but there is an official venue capacity, and I don't think they'd appreciate your optimism entailing inviting way more people
Sure, there'll be
than
lots
the
of-
fire regulations say
There'll
is
be lots of
acceptable.
kids. Kids are sort of small.
They're not stackable.
Yeah, we just stack the kids on top of each other.
No.
Yeah. If you're 8, you must be shoulder riding an adult.
Now, don't worry, everyone. This is why Jazza does all the pretty art videos and I do all the venue capacities and stuff. I won't let anybody be in a fire hazard, but it does mean that the venue is probably going to be small. The reason we're choosing a venue that may be a bit smaller than we might like is because it's a balance between the price of the venue, the cost of the venue, which obviously we're paying for, and the cost of the tickets, which we don't want you guys to have to pay for.
Yeah. So if we forked out for a bigger venue, we'd need to try and recoup some of the costs, and to do that we'd have to charge more. So, you know, and then the problem is you charge more for tickets, less people come. And then you end up having a big venue
empty
with no
venue
tickets
with
sold.
expense tickets, which is daft.
Yeah. So we're thinking $5 to $10 or whatever, all ages, so kids can come, and as long as they're accompanied by an adult guardian.
Yeah, definitely. We can't supervise.
And it'll be fun. Like, we'll have a couple of door prizes. We'll have some fun activities. We can get the meet and greet stuff out of the way in the background while people interact and draw and stuff, and there are activities, and then we move around a bit more and maybe do a Q&A or something, I don't know. But either way, it's going to be a party, and there'll be some familiar faces. Aside from us, there'll be people you know and have seen in vlogs or on the main channel or whatever, and it should be a lot of fun. So we'll show you around the venue.
The only reason we're really charging for the tickets, we will make a loss. It's not a profit-making exercise at all. The only reason we're charging for the tickets is to stop people from...
It helps a little bit with the cost of the venue, and it also stops people in Jamaica saying, I'll get 50 tickets when they're not going.
And then blocking other people who are actually going to go from going.
So we'll show you the venue that we're looking at. Apparently it's in here somewhere. In a shopping centre?
Yeah.
Cool. Actually, that is good, because it means that if we pick this venue, people can use a food court or something.
That's right.
Down here?
Well, they said the food court is just below them.
Ah! Hey, look guys, there's a ramen shop nearby. Cool.
Hi.
This is Adrian. She's going to be our assistant for the day and manager of the event.
Event manager.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good title.
Very good. Executive manager of exclusive event.
Do I get business cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk to our people. This is.
She's expensive, I do. We hire.
Really cheap.
we make. This is Adrian. She's cheap. Okay.
Little context. Adrian is Mrs. Jazza's high school friend, and they've been besties ever since. So, but she's also an amazing friend and really helpful, and has volunteered to help us out, which is awesome. This is the No Vacancy Art Gallery, which we've already decided is perfect.
It's awesome.
We're hoping to stream. We should have some cameras rigged around, and a little tech bench, a signing area, stage for Arty games, projectors. We'll have tables everywhere.
So there we are, venue sorted. Now I just need to get on to hiring the furniture, organising the help, doing all the promotion, setting up the ticketing.
And I'll just make a video saying, come to a party.
You have to wait till I've done all of the form up.
Yeah,
You do it right. Okay, Jazza, why did we hire Adrian?
This is why. She, by the way, she has a full-time job. So.
Yeah, we didn't actually hire her.
We're
She's
just
more
having-
just we hired her, but we're refusing to pay her.
Why? She's very
We're paying her with
hardworking and
love.
professional. We left her, she went back to work. We've been having a light lunch and discussing the event, blah, blah, blah. She's sent an email with like notes from our meeting, and estimates for seating capacities, and she did an entire mock-up of what seating would be like at the venue. So you can see how many tables will fit, so there'll be plenty of room for people to draw. Good work, Adrian. This is why
You're hired for free. You know, in my friendship interviews, I check to see how hardworking people are. I check to see how intelligent they are. I check to see how many free favours they'll do for me.
You didn't check me thoroughly enough. I break stuff all the time.
No, I forgot to check how clumsy they are. He looks so sad.
So, I shared some interesting news with Mrs. Jazza today. Things are still weirdly exploding on the channel. Can you stop zooming in?
Can you see that grin again? The grin's back.
It's so weird. It's still
They've just got to get to know that expression on your face of that grin that comes up from... I'm just educating the audience about Jazza's facial expressions. That grin that comes up from inside. That's a bubbly grin that you can't hide. What's happened?
Well, aside from the fact that things are still going crazy, so Wednesday's video has over 1 million views. We're in the real-time stats. It'll catch up on the main channel. Today's video has over 300,000 views in 6 hours, which is crazy. And then on top of that, we've gained over 21,000 subscribers in the last less than 24 hours, which I just discovered.
This is what the grin is.
Today, our channel has gained more subscribers than PewDiePie has today.
Than our friend
hilarious.
PewDiePie. He's just the biggest YouTuber in the world.
That's the first time in the history of our channel that we've bat further in one solitary day than the big dude.
He just doesn't know who we are.
Yes, but we'll show him. One day, PewDiePie sitting in his little booth will be like,
Who's this random droid guy?
We should collaborate. That's my PewDiePie impression. It's really bad.
Say PewDiePie. You do that quite well, I thought. I actually like his videos. He's one of the few people that I can watch.
It's funny because I only started watching him after he stopped doing gaming videos.
Yeah.
And I found him way more entertaining as this sort of
blogger, YouTube commentator.
Yeah, anti-authority commentary guy on YouTube itself. He sort of parodies the platform he dominates, which I thought, he does quite well. I feel like it's a little victory for our whole little art community. I keep saying little art community. It's obviously not quite little anymore, but...
I bet there are countries...
It's okay.
Do you think there are countries that are smaller than Draw with Jazza?
I'm sure the Vatican's technically a country.
I'm going to Google it. Where's my phone? Countries with the smallest... Oh, the Vatican City.
And?
Yeah, we beat the Vatican City.
Yes! Ha-ha!
Yeah, but its population is 451.
Still. Still counts.
How many people watching this channel have YouTube channels bigger than a country? Because there's so many of you that have channels bigger than a country. Yeah. 451. If your channel has more subs than that, it's bigger than a country.
We're just trying to think of as many ways to be big-headed about this.
Oh my goodness!
It's just...
Your channel is bigger than one of our favourite places.
No.
It's bigger than French Polynesia.
What?
Which has a population of 279,781. I wonder who the one is.
Bigger than Tahiti?
Yeah, we love French... Well, it's not called Tahiti.
Inclusive of all of...
Yeah, it's called French Polynesia.
So, what's the moral of the story?
Hello, welcome, and thank you for subscribing.
We said that at the start of the vlog. It's just gotten crazier since in the last 5 hours.
We better not keep saying it because that'll get really boring.
It's funny because, like I was saying at the start of the vlog, things going up just makes me ready for the fall. But we're listening to an audiobook on that.
And apparently that's good for you. Positive thinking is out, stoicism is in.
In fact, I noted an idea that I got Mrs. Jazza to write down while I was driving that I was thinking of talking about in a future book or video. Essentially, I just got her to write down the phrase, what was it? Optimistic goals, pessimistic expectations. And I think that statement outlines a good sort of fundamental way of thinking to make progress. Because if you have optimistic goals, you're always reaching, but keep your expectations low or less than is reasonable. And
you're always working hard, and if you don't get there...
Because if you're pessimistic on both goals and expectations, you're not moving anywhere, and if you're optimistic on goals and expectations, you're always disappointing yourself. So,
And
there's a bit of
actually,
wisdom
the
for you.
book we're reading says that research shows it can reduce your motivation if you're too optimistic. Because people who do positive visualizations get so relaxed about achieving that goal that they're less likely to actually, apparently according to this book.
Yeah. Something I'm finding interesting is that it's helping me to have somewhere we're already moving towards when this big explosion of growth is happening. You know what I mean? Like with the fundraiser
Expanding.
and new content and all that stuff. If this happened 6 months ago before we had those specific plans, I might have really struggled
You might
with
have felt
it
like a
because-
little guy stuck in an office
yeah,
trying
like,
to
what am I going
entertain.
to do now that's going to level it up, you know? But I feel like we're already going there, and I feel like this is good. Like, new people have come along, but we're still going to go to this awesome place together, and it should be really cool. So,
What I think is funny is that our idea of leveling up is still the garden shed.
yeah.
Like, I don't know what PewDiePie lives in, but I'm picking his studio isn't in his shed.
No. Our idea of leveling up is making more quality and entertaining content than we have so far, and having more positivity and fun with everyone in the community and channel.
And
you know what
not
I mean?
being flooded while doing it.
Yeah, I think removing the danger aspects of producing content will help make future content. Anyways, so I've banged on about this enough, and I guess that sort of would wrap up the majority of the day, but we are going to a play this evening, which is going to be fun, so we'll give you a bit of a glimpse of that. Alright, I think we'll wrap up the vlog for today. I'll show a bit of the play, but I don't know, should we end on a question of the day? Do you want to pick this one?
Yeah.
You scroll through and find one. Yep,
It says Kitty J. Jones.
yep.
My sister was born yesterday, and I should meet her for the first time in a couple of months
Yeah.
because she doesn't live with her mum.
Yep.
And I want to get her a present, which is both practical and also something she'll remember me by, because she's not going to live with her, remember. Do you have any suggestions that when she gets to Mini Jazza's age, she'll associate with me?
Well, Mini Jazza has some comfort toys that he has to have every night and every time he goes for a nap. And I think that's probably a good idea. Like, Mini Jazza has Mr. Foxy, and we have 3 Mr. Foxies with two and a small one, in case we can't find Mr. Foxy before nap time. That, or what he calls a So Soft, which is his blankie. So I think that's what I would suggest, is like a blankie or a soft toy is a nice idea. What do you think, Mrs. Jazza?
What do I think? Well, Kitty, if you were to make her a picture, maybe even if you're not confident with drawing, with a photo of yourself, put it in a frame. You can get even cheap frames from Walmart if you're in America, or I just pulled out an American shop name. I thought that was clever. If you want to give her something to remember you by, I would do her a picture of you and maybe her,
That's a good idea. And
and write a message of love on
just
it.
that it goes in her room.
Give it to your mum in a frame for her, a nice white frame so it matches, and ask your mum to put it up in her room.
That's a great idea. There you go. Alright, well that'll be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and thank you everyone who's new and has joined, and thank you everyone who's been here for however long and supported us through the ups and downs, and it's fun to have this up with you. So, see you later.
Right, welcome to the murder at Havisham Manor. Righto, welcome to the murder at Havisham Manor. Can I kindly request, please, that you turn off all your mobiles and any other electronic devices, and please note, photography of any kind